Are you ready to attract clients who align with your values and goals and do it authentically? Stick around. Today's episode will transform how you approach lead generation. All right, so if you want more insights on humanizing entrepreneurship or humanizing your business and connecting with ideal clients, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay updated with our latest content. All right, here we go. All right, welcome back. Bam Bam. This is Talking Business with Ritz, the show that showcases the human behind the title before the offer. So each week, we bring you real life insights from experts who are shaping online entrepreneurship. So this is Ritzel, Rectra, and today we're diving deep into aligned lead generation. And our guest would be Miss Becky Nieves, has mastered the art of helping businesses grow authentically. All right, now for all of you purpose-driven entrepreneurs out there, get ready for some serious insights and make sure to like and share this episode with anyone who's seeking real client connection. All right, now our expert guest for today. Our expert guest for today has seen it all, right? From managing a busy life as a mom of four to empowering wellness professionals to attract clients with integrity. Okay, now she's here. She's here to share her journey and the strategies that make client attraction truly meaningful. Let me add her on stage. All right, so let's kick things off by getting to know the inspiring person behind the expertise. Let me play the segment title. Here we go. Right, we are now in the Know the Expert segment, and today we have Miss Becky Nieves, a business strategist consultant and the founder of Snow Virtual Professionals. She specializes in helping wellness and fitness entrepreneurs attract aligned clients through authenticity, integrity, and strategy. So it actually applies to everybody. All right. Whatever she's going to share with us today actually applies to everyone who is having a business, an online business, and showcasing your business throughout the online world. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Miss Becky Nieves. Right, Miss Becky, it's great to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ritz, and such a nice welcome and applause and everything. I feel so loved right now.
All right, so now let's get to know the human behind the title. Are you ready, Becky?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Let's set up the stage. All right, now, Becky, can you share a little about yourself? Who is Becky Nieves behind the business consultant title?
Well, behind my title, I am a multi passionate entrepreneur. I've done a little bit of everything. As you mentioned, I am a mom of four, a school board member, a nonprofit board member. I've kind of done a little bit of everything. I actually have a degree in psychology that I thought that I would never use again, and it has come very much in handy in the business space.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am a book lover, an introvert, surprisingly. Um, and yeah, sometimes I say I like books more than people. But again, that's something that I use again in my lead generation and in my sales tactics too, because it helps generate the aligned leads that we're talking about here and the authenticity for sure.
Interesting. So, what motivated you to work specifically with wellness and fitness professionals?
Yeah, no, that was an easy one. I wanted to stay in my zone of genius where I wanted to
Mm.
know. When I first started out as an entrepreneur, like most entrepreneurs, we get into business because we want to help, but we also want to make money, right? Let's be honest.
True, true.
So I said, well, I'll work with anyone. Very quickly, I learned that that was not a good fit for me. So, wellness and fitness was a space where I felt comfortable, and my zone of
Mhm.
genius, one, because I do have that degree in psychology. So,
Mhm.
mental health is something that I'm passionate about, and fitness only because of my own personal journey. Within the past 2 years, I've lost 80 pounds.
Wow.
Um, yeah, no, it was a huge undertaking, and I reversed a lot of medical conditions that I had, and I wanted to help everyone get to where I am. So that was my zone of genius. That's where I stuck, and once I niched down to working with those two particular coaches, the clients started to come.
Interesting. So not everybody is, brave enough to niche down.
Yeah, no. It definitely is scary because the first thing you think as an online business person is, well, if I niche down, am I limiting my marketing?
Mm,
And it's
true.
no, you're not. You're appealing to your ideal client. And you're not putting yourself in a position where, you're swimming in the deep end, so to speak. I mean, it's okay, I think, to branch out. What it's not okay, I think, is to work with people who aren't aligned and where you don't feel comfortable.
Right. Right. So what's one key experience in your journey that shaped how you approach client relationships today?
Absolutely. So I know I can say when I first started out, the one thing that I did that I would tell everyone not to do is
Mm,
I went out and looked at what other consultants were doing. And I poured over their websites and their Instagram handles and their LinkedIn pages. And I thought I needed to replicate that to be successful. That
mhm.
was my biggest mistake. I needed to authentically own who I am. And once I did that, is when I started attracting the clients, because you don't want to be the cookie cutter person in your industry. You want to stand out. And honestly, when I showed up as the messy mom, the woman taking action, clients resonated with that. The clients that
Right.
I wanted to work with resonated with that. Absolutely.
Wow, that's a vital insight there that you're sharing. Thank you for that. So, all right, Becky, we're going to do a quick lightning round to get to get to know you more. All right, so ready?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Okay, first question: coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Right, coffee lover. All right, favorite weekend activity?
Reading.
Most memorable travel destination?
Ooh, Maui.
One word to describe yourself.
Bold.
Oh, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Favorite way to unwind?
Reading. There's a pattern.
All right. So, in 3 words, how would your friends describe you?
Stubborn, loyal, and honest.
Wow. All right. Now, let's say you are talking to your younger self right now. What advice would you give your younger self?
Don't play small.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
I like that. All right. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right. So now that we know where are we? Okay, here we go. Now that we know the person behind the title, let's dive into the expertise. So Becky is about to share how aligned lead generation can transform how we connect with clients. So so remember to like and hit that subscribe button and share this video as well. So all right, stay tuned everyone. All right, welcome back, amazing fambams. We are now in the Learn from the Expert segment. Now, if you've ever felt out of sync with traditional lead generation methods, this is for you. Okay, this episode is for you. Becca's insight into value driven client attraction will give you a fresh perspective and actionable step. Okay, now let's flash our topic for today. Our topic for today is aligned lead generation and attract clients authentically. All right, so Becky, let's start with authenticity. So why is it so crucial for businesses today to be authentic in their client attraction?
Absolutely. So, I mean, we know that it is a brave new world out there. We have AI, we have DM setters, and all of these things, and people can spot that. I think when you're not being yourself, when you're not being authentic in your lead generation, they don't want to see the polished version of you that you put out on social media, the perfect image. And then
Mhm.
let's say they come to your course, they book a discovery call, whatever the case may be, and you're a different person. Then they almost feel like it's been a switch and bait tactic.
Mhm.
And another thing with authenticity too is that it's kind of like what I tell my children. If you don't lie, you don't have to keep track of those lies. So if you show up as you authentically are, you don't have to remember what image you're portraying to which client. You just come as you are. And it makes
Mhm.
your life a lot simpler. I mean, business owners, we have enough to deal with without keeping
True.
track of what persona we are. So just be you. And I think that once you display you, whatever that may be, whether you are that professional person all the time, great, good for you. Whether you are the messy mom like me, whatever that person is, be that person, and then you'll attract the clients that you ideally would want to work with.
Yay to messy moms.
Yes, all day, every day. I live that mantra all day.
Yes. All right. Now you talk also about the importance of a mindset shift in lead generation. So can you explain what that shift entails and why it's impactful?
It is huge, and especially for the business owners who are just starting out. You want to have proof of concept, you want to have
Yeah.
sales, whatever the case may be, you want those things. And if you start to serve from that mindset of, I need to make the sale, it comes
Mm-hmm.
across as desperate, quite frankly. You need to put yourself out there as, I am an expert. What I have is valuable, whatever it is that you're selling. And
Mm-hmm.
people should be banging down the doors to work with me. So when you switch the mindset from scarcity to abundance,
Mm-hmm.
it's a huge difference. I mean, there's enough clients out there for everyone. There's enough just space for everyone. And I think that if you come across as operating in that scarcity mindset, it'll knock you down every time.
Right, right. Yeah, I can relate to that. So it's the same thing once I shifted, right? People are coming in and now I have no time to have
Exactly.
no
Yes.
time. So yeah, especially when you want to scale, I'm trying to scale, but then yeah, it's a different issue now for me. It's like this imposter syndrome thinking, oh, why you want to scale, blah blah blah.
It's another
Right,
mindset
that's
thing
another
for
one. Yes,
sure. Yes,
yes,
yes.
true, true. So I got rid of the scarcity one, but then I have something else to tackle right now. This is a very big monkey talking in my head right now.
It's okay. There's always the next thing.
True.
And it's always the next mountain to climb. I mean, you're in between the two. You're in the peak right now. I mean, the valley, and you've got the two peaks of where you're going. So you'll get there.
Right. Thank you very much on that. Now, how do values and integrity come into play in lead generation, and how can businesses align this, with client attraction strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I look at it like this way too. Of course, we all want to be, have our values and our integrity, because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, our word is what we have. And if
True.
we go out and we're inauthentic, or we sell products or a service that doesn't deliver, we're,
Mhm.
we're burning not only our own business, we're burning our clients, and we don't want to do that. And another way to kind of flip that too is if we're putting content or services out there in the world that don't align with who we are, the universe, the world, whatever, is going to bring you clients that, I mean, we call them quote unquote nightmare clients.
Mhm.
So if you're not putting out what you want to attract, you're going to bring in clients who just are going to be miserable to work with. I mean, and you're going to be miserable working with them. They're going to be miserable working with you. And what is the purpose then of being an online business person if you're not having the business that you want?
Exactly, exactly. Absolutely, Becky. It's inspiring to see how value driven approaches don't just attract clients, they attract the right clients.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the important thing. I learned that very early on. I've actually turned clients away um,
Mm,
on discovery calls. It's like, wait, we're just not going to be a good fit. And again, it's changing that mindset from, scarcity to abundance. Like, you're not the right client for me. But again, you don't want to turn people away either. You would say, hey, we might not be good, but I know someone who might be able to help you
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
still serving. And that's really important too.
All right, what an episode. So, all right, that's wraps up our Learn from the Expert segment. So, I've gathered some questions from our Bam Bam, back end by back end. So, it's time for the Q&A segment. All right, here we go. Okay, thank you very much for the learn from the expert segment. So these are follow up questions for Miss Becky here. So let me switch on the question banners. Here we go. So first question. Let me remove one thing. Okay, I think I forgot that. Right. Okay. Here we go. Now first question. What's the best way to follow up with leads in a way that feels genuine?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that I resisted for a while. I actually hated leaving voice notes in the DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I'm a big fan. Again, I'm a visual person, so I like to type out and read. But you know what? That level of connection of actually having that back and forth conversation, even if it's in the DMs, and then making sure when you're following up to remember and take notes on things that they have mentioned in your previous conversations. If they mentioned that they were going on vacation or something, say, hey, how was that vacation? I'm just circling back to see where we're at on, X, Y, and Z.
Mm,
Really personalizing it and, not even coming from a place of, I want to sell you something, but I genuinely
right,
want to know who you are and how you are as a human being.
right. And they say that the money is in the follow up.
Yes.
All right, so it's not a myth;
No, it's
it's a
not a myth.
fact.
It is a fact, and it takes a lot of touch points sometimes. I think the
True.
average is like 8 or 9 touch points before you convert someone. So, yeah, no, don't take a no personally, and just
Right.
keep just building a relationship, nurture the relationship. Absolutely.
All right. You. How do I talk about my values without alienating potential clients?
That is a tough one, and it's a very fine line to walk because again, I think you want to lead with your values. And let's say, for instance, you are a Christian based entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and you know, it's not going to work if you're working with a client who, let's say, promotes, I don't know, some type of religion that's completely contrary to you. So, I mean,
Right.
you have to walk a fine line with, you don't want to alienate, but you also don't want to attract the wrong clients either. So, I guess that would definitely be a case by case thing. Um, if you go with just general, for me personally, being a good human being. I think everybody can kind of agree on being a good human being, and everybody goes about that differently. And I think if you stick to that, then there shouldn't be too many complications.
Right. Right. S- Here we go. Now, how can I measure? Let's talk about measuring. How can I measure if my authentic approach to lead generation is working?
Well, I mean, everybody tracks their KPIs, right? Their key
Mm,
performance indicators. So, depending on what platform you are, if you're seeing more engagement on your social media, if you're booking more discovery calls, if you're getting more DMs, if you're closing more sales. I mean, if you're getting more engagement, then that approach is working. I mean, that's what I saw. I had 0 clients when I wasn't showing up authentically, and I went from 0 to being booked out. That was a pretty strong indication that it was working.
right. Right. Thank you. Now, how can I keep my lead generation process consistent when I'm super busy?
Schedule out what you can. Absolutely. Like, have a plan. If it's social media, you can plan out for the month, have specific topics that you want to hit each week, and just have a really good strategy, whether it's hiring out that lead generation and the scheduling,
Mhm.
and make sure that, for me personally, it's you in reaching out to potential warm leads yourself, because you are your business. And that's a huge thing. So if you're super busy, schedule out and pass off what you can, automate what you can, but
Right.
make sure you're still keeping that human connection there.
Right. That is the most actually time consuming part where, um, you have to connect with them, right?
Yeah.
You have to schedule a time in a day where you can, when most of them are available, that you can, DM them and all that stuff. How do you deal with first time connecting with them? Do you DM them directly, or what are the touch points?
Yeah, sometimes depending on if it's, let's say, a comment or a like on a post. It's a
Mhm.
simple DM. Hey, thanks for the love. I appreciate it. I didn't know if that content was going to hit well, right?
Right.
um, just again showing appreciation, and then leading with value. Let's say you're posting something and it resonates with that person. Ask them how it resonates, what they're dealing with, what their struggles are. I mean, they may have followed you or like something because of the content you posted, but you want to
Mhm.
know what their pain points are.
Right. Okay, now, how do I politely turn down a lead that doesn't feel right for my business? So, like what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, no, and I think just being upfront and honest. I mean, again, I tend to be a very blunt and bold person, and I know that's not for
Mhm.
everyone, but
Right.
it's like, I just don't think, and I've used this conversation. Like, I don't think that we're a good fit,
Mm-hmm.
but let me help you find someone who is, because you don't want to just sever the connection. You never know who they know or what might change in the future, so you don't want to close off contact completely. But it would definitely be, maybe I can't help you, or I'm not in a position to help you,
Mm-hmm.
but let me find out. And that's where, another thing, and being an online entrepreneur, is your connections are so valuable, and virtual networking is so valuable. I know that's not our topic, but I just had to throw that
Yeah,
in.
yeah, true, true,
Yeah.
true. That is so true. And plus, without this, there's no business for us.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Referrals are huge. Referrals are huge.
Indeed. Especially for us introverts.
Yeah, especially for introverts. Once you've met with enough people, and you have your, like, back in the day, what, the Rolodex of people. Now we have our online Rolodex. So
Right. All right. So we have more questions, but in the interest of time, we'll wrap up the Q&A here. Um, so thank you, Becky, for a very insightful interview today. We'll have more. Okay, now Becky has shared so much valuable knowledge with us today. And if you're interested working more closely with her, stay tuned. She'll tell us about her offers and how you can connect with her directly. All right. All right, welcome back, Fantastic Bambams. We are now in the Work with the Expert segment. So, what is today's biggest takeaway? Let me think. So, when you align your values with your client attraction strategy, you don't just get clients, you build a community, right? So, my Bam Bam, what stood out for you today? Let us know and comment below. Write it in the comment below. All right, now here we go. Now also remember to like and subscribe as always, and comment if you want to keep up with insights like this. All right, so now for those who want to dive deeper into what our Miss Becky Nieves here to offer, Becky, Miss Becky, could you tell us what offer you have for us today and tell us a bit about how they can connect with you and get your guidance?
No, absolutely. I am always available. I know we touched on this briefly for coffee chats. Just hey,
Oh,
book a free 20-minute call just to see, if we're a good fit, whether it be on Zoom or a quick phone call. My information and my calendar is on my website. I'm happy to have a discussion and connect with anybody. Again, that Rolodex of support people is absolutely critical. And even if I'm not a fit for you, maybe I'm a fit for somebody else, and maybe I've even connected two of my clients together who were good fits. So it's definitely a beautiful process.
all right. So that's https forward slash snowvirtualpros.com, which is running at the bottom right now. All right. Now, how can they connect with you via social?
Yes, so I am on Instagram right now. My IG handle is at Snow Virtual Pros. And
Mhm.
there.
There we go. And I believe you are also in LinkedIn. So just
Yes.
look for her, Becky Das Nieves. All right. That's excellent. So, Bam Bam. All right. If you are serious in attracting the right and aligned clients, don't miss this chance to connect with Miss Becky here. Connect with her probably now. Go
Definitely
and
now.
book your call. All
Yes.
right. All right, Miss Becky, if you could leave our audience with one piece of advice to create a more aligned and successful business, what would it be?
Take messy action. Don't overthink it. Just dive in and be you and be authentic. And I
Mhm.
think that everything will fall into place. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Becky, for sharing. Okay, now, Becky, again, any final words before we wrap up?
Yeah, no, just new and exciting things are coming for me as well. So please make sure to follow me, particularly on LinkedIn, because the newest updates will definitely be coming soon. So you don't want to miss it.
All right. Becky, a huge thank you for sharing your expertise and heart with us today. We hope to have you once again on the show.
Great. I hope to be back.
All right. All right. Remember, every person has their own story and journey, and it's about building relationships that reflect who you are. If you Pam Pam are ready to attract clients who genuinely resonate with you, reach out to Miss Becky here and take that next step. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Becky Nieves. All right, coming up next in Talking Business with Ritz. Here we go. So, we will be talking about how to confidently ditch imposter syndrome. Oh, very timely.
Hmm.
Okay, come and watch us live on November 23 at 11 a.m. Eastern. And DM your questions as always to be included in the Q&A segment. Here we go. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. As always, let me just remove this one. Here we go. And for those who don't want to miss out on our future content, yeah, make sure to hit that notification or that bell icon to stay updated. All right. Thank you for tuning in today. Until next time, stay inspired and keep pushing forward, everyone. This is Ritzel Loredo Rectra and our expert guest, Miss Becky Nieves, a strategist business consultant. Stay safe and healthy as we continue talking business with Ritz. Bye, everybody.